Just setting up some things from the background. Okay, I'm also doing great, Ashish. So we'll be starting the session by 12. But I think before that, it would be great to know each other better. So, where are you joining from, everybody? Please type your city in the comment box. Where you're joining from? What is the city that you're joining from? Okay, so we have Ankita from Pune, Shreya from Mathura. That's great. What else? Who else is joining us from where? Ashish is from Lucknow. Okay. What about others? Himanshu, Tamanna, Vedahi. Where are you guys joining from? आप कहाँ से join कर रहे हैं? Okay. All right. So just before starting, there are a couple of things that I was to discuss. Probably that will be making this session interesting. So in this session, we'll be discussing about basics of public speaking. We'll be knowing a lot of things around public speaking, and what are the things around that. But there are some couple of rules that you need to follow to make best use of this workshop. Okay, the first is you have to chat a lot, like you have to put all the comments, whatever is coming in your mind, or if there's a question which is being asked, so you have to answer it on the chat, and so that everybody can know it and understand it as well. Second is whenever you are reply to all panelists and attendees. Okay, so reply to all panelists and attendees. That is important. So what I would like to do is everybody just in the comments now, just type understood and send it to all panelists and attendees. Okay, Ankita, that's great. Please type understood and send it to all panelists and attendees. Nahi Himanshu, you have sent it to all panelists. You have to send it to all panelists and attendees. Same for you, Tamanna. Send it to all panelists and attendees. There's an option when you're sending this chat, no? All the new people also. When you're typing or when you're replying, reply to all panelists and attendees. Type understood to all panelists and attendees. Okay, Tamanna has got it. That's great. What about you, Shiva? And Vedi is very quiet. Okay. I think that's really awesome. So we'll be starting the session soon, in another 2-3 minutes. So till then, you can probably enjoy the music. I'll play some music for you. Okay. शुरू तुमसे कदम तुम पे सफरनामा जिसे ढूंढा ज़माने में मुझी में था All right. So I think let's start the session across. We have got a couple of members here. So that's really great. So I think first of all, I'll welcome everyone here on this session on public speaking. It's very important to learn something new. And since you have taken out time for yourself to improve, I think that's really great. This is a session given by 10,000 speakers, which is a speaking community where we build basic public speakers and we build great public speakers as well. So thank you for joining in on time as well as showing interest to improve yourself better. Yeah. So to start with, what you can do is that if you're able to hear me properly and if you can see the screen, just type I can see and hear properly. Just type in the comments I can see and hear properly and send it to all panelists and attendees. Try sending it to all panelists and attendees. I can see and hear properly. If you can see the screen and hear my voice properly. Sagun, you have to send it to all panelists and attendees. Same goes for Amal. When you're messaging, send it to all panelists and attendees. Now it's perfect. Awesome. So Yash, you also, and Shruti, you also have to send it to all panelists and attendees. Because that's how everybody will be able to see your comments and you'll be able to take part in the whole process nicely. Okay, please reply with to all panelists and attendees. Awesome. So I think that's really great. We have got everybody here. So this is a session which is on basics of public speaking. If you have done this session in the past, this is a session where we'll be learning a lot of things about basics on public speaking. We'll be knowing some pillars and some couple of things across. Yeah. So let's start. Are you excited for the session? And just on the sidelines, the more you put things on chat, the more I'll be able to know what you're feeling, how your things going across, because that way it will be more interactive. Okay, so whenever you are asked to maybe reply or something, do reply on chat. If you have any questions, there's a Q&A section, which is Q&A on your app. Probably you can ask your question directly there, and from there we can take it across. Okay, so I think that's really awesome. Let's start the session with the great we'll start with the drum roll, like. All right, so first of all, a quick introduction. My name is Abhishek Gulia, and I'm a public speaking coach and a trainer. I have been a speaker at multiple places, in schools, colleges, corporates, events, and communities. So basically, I love being on stage, and I have also taught a lot of people to how to become great public speakers. And this community brings that value of making you a great public speaker from scratch. So you don't have to worry about where you are right now, but the journey is always upwards. So I'm a member of National Speakers Association USA, World Speech Day UK, Public Speakers of India, and Speakers of International. I'm also the host of 10,000 Speakers podcast and interview series. So that's something about me. And personally speaking, I have been blessed with being a public speaker because the life is very interesting, and I get to meet a lot of interesting people throughout my life. So that makes a lot of things interesting. So that's something about me. I would love to know your story. Uh, okay, there's some blur. I can see people are messaging that there's the screen is a little blur. Okay, it's better now. I think it's the internet connection which is putting it that way. If you still feel that blur is happening, so probably uh, we can just take it across. Okay, awesome. So that's something about me. That's something which is there from my side, but I would love to know who is there with us on this session today. Okay, so please introduce yourself with your name, city, and your profession. Put your name, which city are you from, and what is your profession. If you're a student, you can just type student as well. Just put it in the comments so that we can know who is here, and try to write it in the same line so that you know we can see. So let's see who is here. Please write in the same line so that I can just read it from directly from here. So Shreya, give your full introduction. We have got Sagun from Chandigarh, and you're a student. That's great. Yash from Delhi. That's awesome. Himanshu is a Reva student. That's great. Ankita from Pune, and she's a professional model and an actor and a student also. Okay. And Shruti is from Jaipur, and she's a dropper student. So you're a dropout. So you have dropped out of your college probably or school. I don't know. Shruti. Shreya is from Mathura, and she's pursuing MBA. That's great. Tamanna is from Karnal, and she's working in the travel industry. Okay, that's awesome. And we have Ashish from Lucknow, who is doing a job in SEO sector. Okay, that's great. That's really awesome. Anybody else who is left? Vaidehi, we didn't got your introduction. You're quite from the start. And Shiva, I would love to have your introduction as well. Rest, I think we have got. And Amal also, I believe. Amal, your introduction is also missing. Okay, that's awesome. And let me show you something super cool. You know, you have already done that. Okay, I think you just missed out. Okay, this from Calicut, and you're a Calicut, Kerala, and you're a student. Amal. Okay, got it. Awesome. Let me show you something cool here. So please put down what is the weather right now in your city in the comment. Okay, so Himanshu says it's sunny in Riva. It's sunny in Chandigarh. Quite sunny weather. in Jaipur also. Cool breeze in Pune, Ankita says. Okay. Cloudy in Kerala. UP is hot. Delhi is hot. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. That's interesting because don't you think if we have a lot of people who are there in the community, or probably we can actually launch a weather forecasting channel or something, which has very live things. So that's awesome. You have got live updates on this. I'll start with the very quick introduction of 10,000 speakers. So at 10,000 speakers, we help people become better public speakers, and on a basic tone, we grow public speakers, right? So there's a journey that you have to go through, and you become a speaker in that direction. We do a lot of sessions, workshops, and things. We have a lot of inspirations from whom we take inspiration, and a lot of our speakers and members, they get inspired from these. I would love to know if you know these people, so that we can have a better understanding. Okay, so you have to name the speaker. A very small game. You have to name the speaker. Who is this speaker? So what do you think? Who is this speaker? Do you know this guy? Put in the comments. And the game is, you have to, the first one who puts, you know, is the winner or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is done by Amal. Okay, that's great. So this is Barack Obama. He has a great orating style as well as a good leader. So that has been into the past. That's awesome. What about this person? Have you seen him? Have you seen this guy somewhere, someplace? Yeah, that's Mahatma Gandhi. He has also done a lot of interesting things with his speech, and his speeches are also mesmerizing. He has moved the UK Parliament as well as a lot of things in South Africa and India as well. So his speeches are interesting. So we have a lot of analysis on his speeches as well, and we take him also as an inspiration. Yeah, what do you think about her? Have you seen her? No worries, Ankita. I understand. Indira Gandhi, yes. Indira Gandhi, with a very strong voice and a strong personality, she has been into the place. Her speeches are also valor and confidence. They show valor and confidence, and a lot of people had great faith in her when she spoke on stage. She also serves as an inspiration to our community to grow ourselves into better speakers. What do you think of this guy? Have you seen this guy? Okay, so this is Nelson Mandela. I think that's good. He's taken as a international leader, and his address at the UN, at South Africa, and everywhere is something which is worth looking for. Great work of art when he speaks, as well as the pace at which he tells things is really awesome. So that's also interesting person who serves as an inspiration. What do you think about her? Seen her? Yes, Mother Teresa, one of the inspirational figure of the 20th century, where she has worked for a lot of poor and a lot of sick people. She had one thing in her saying which touched my life. She says, "Don't tell me what you are against. Tell me what do you stand for." A lot of people show agitation, show you know opposition to a lot of things, but she says that, tell me what do you stand for, then only I'll consider you as a person of great mission. So have a mission across and do find out what do you stand for. What do you think about him? Seen him? Now this is a difficult one. A lot of people are not able to answer this. Okay, so we have got from Shruti. It is Martin Luther King. Yes. Amal, this time you got little late. Shruti backed it up. I think that's awesome. So he has also worked greatly in the black community across, and his speeches are mesmerizing. He used to give 3 hour speeches to a crowd of 50,000 people, and people used to come from across the country and across the continent to listen to him. So that is a mesmerizing speaker right there on the stage with you. Who is this guy? Seen this person? Yes. So this is our PM Narendra Modi. Has an interesting style of speaking. He uses multiple things, which makes things very interesting. As well as sometimes it becomes a little boring as well. But idea is he makes things super simple to remember and understand, and that is one of the greatest quality of um, of the think process. That's awesome. So I think a lot of people here are you're interesting. You know all these people because these are some great speakers that we also admire, and that's really awesome. Yeah, but do you know one person who is there, who is the next greatest speaker? Do you know this guy? Do you know this person? Who is the next greatest speaker? Yeah, think about it. That person might be on this chat as well. Yeah, yes. The next great speaker is you, and you are in your making. You're in your schools, you're in your colleges, maybe you're working in some corporate sector and everything. That's perfectly fine. That is who you are right now. But if you start working on yourself, then yes, if you have a message to share and if you have things where you can change people's life, then yes, you have the full right to become a great public speaker. Yeah, and the greatest public speaker of this century could be you. Okay, so let's start on this. So in our community, what we do a lot of things, because at the end of the day, it's more about helping people become better speakers. So we do a lot of community programs. We do special workshops. We do 7 day, 14 day, 30 day challenges, and a lot of interesting competitions around public speaking, so that you're able to groom yourself as well as you're having, you know, participation where you're able to enjoy a lot, right? So it's not a boring stuff which we'll do. We'll be having something which will be putting across, right? So you can put your questions. I'll answer them once I get an opportunity. Okay. We also have different speaker levels. At 10,000 speakers, there's different speaker levels starting from level 1 to level 5 to level 10, level 20. And you improve yourself in each levels by working a lot of things, doing a lot of speeches, some speeches online, some speeches offline. But this is how you grow as a speaker. In that way it is. Yeah, but before all of this, at the end of the day, we grow speakers who can move audiences, and that is the whole aim of being a great public speaker. I would love to know from your side, since you have put across your time. So, why have you joined this session? What is one thing that you want to take away from this session? Because you have put across your time, right? And put it in the comment box. Put in the comment box that why have you joined this session? What is one thing that you want to learn, you want to improve um, from this session? So Shruti says, I have stage fear and I want to overcome that. Okay. I will say is to cope up with my negative feedbacks. Okay. To learn something about public speaking, to learn a lot about communication skills. I want to improve my stage fear. Want to conquer the stage fear. Okay. What else? Why have you joined this session? Put it in the chat. Communication skills. Okay. What else? You want to learn how to, Ankita wants to learn how to speak properly and confidently, and how to impress others. Okay. To grab opportunities of speaking as a public speaker, learn the art of public speaking. Okay. Impress वो थोड़ा सा change हो गया था. Okay, Ankita, that's awesome. Learn the art of public speaking. I think that's awesome. People are here to have an agenda around public speaking and to learn something around com skills and improving their confidence. And that's really awesome because that's great. I actually designed a session on how to boil potatoes. So I was thinking to probably give a session on this. But since you guys are all up for learning about public speaking and everything, so let's work it out, and we'll be learning around basics of public speaking. Okay. So in the next 30 minutes, we'll be learning a lot about what are the basic pillars of public speaking, what are the different areas you need to work upon, and how you can work on those to become a better and a great public speaker. And mind it, it is not one day show where you become a public speaker. Okay. It's not something which I will tell you when you become a great public speaker. You have to go through a lot of experiences, exposures, as well as learnings and experiences. That's how you become a great public speaker. In this session, we'll be covering a basic of what is public speaking and what are the areas in which you have to work on public speaking. Yeah. So let's start. Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? Excited? Come on, I need excited people to take this session. I want energy in this session across. Okay. Awesome. So I think that's really great. So my first question for you is, what a great speaker must have? What do you think? What do you think a great speaker must have? Okay, we have got ideas. Okay, good body language, confidence, proper pitch of voice. Okay, confidence. Fair enough. What else? What do you think a great speaker must have? Not the shaky hands. Okay, Shruti. Shagun says confidence, must know the audience, control of their words and interaction, patience. Okay. What else? Anything else you think? And he should know public speaking. Yeah. Okay. Skills to manipulate. Okay. That's different. All right. So I think we have got a couple of ideas here. We have got confidence here. We have got ideas, content, skill, maybe skill to keep audience engaged. So maybe audience engagement skills. Yeah, that's awesome. So when we define public speaking, we define into main three pillars, which encapsulates all these things. So they mainly go across having a impeccable confidence, rock strong confidence, interesting content, and a powerful performance. If you have these three things, then yes, you can qualify to be a great speaker. Idea is, if these three things are there, then people love to connect with you. They get great vibes, as well as they get inspired from your content, and they are very engaged. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll be knowing about all these things in detail. What are the aspects, what you can see, as well as what are the things which you can learn about all these aspects. Yeah. All right. So have you faced, so my question for you is, have you faced a problem that, first we'll be talking about confidence building. So have you faced a problem that, somebody has told you that, okay, you should improve your confidence, you should work on your confidence. And then you ask them, okay, how should I do it? And then they're telling you, okay, go on, watch some videos, take some books, read some books, maybe do something. But there's no concrete answer. Have this happened to you? Yeah. Yes, it has happened to most of us. It happens, like it's just because they don't know the answer of it, and they're like they just tell you that you're not confident or something of that sort. but they never tell you the ways because they also don't know it, right? Today we'll be learning what are the basic core of building one's confidence, and that ways we can just move across and you can build your confidence from the core. Okay, so first aspect of building confidence is self-awareness. Okay, so self-awareness is something which is at the core of confidence. It becomes a very core thing. So what do you think is self-awareness? Have you heard of this word? What do you think is self-awareness? Knowing about oneself. Okay, knowing about who you are and what you are here for. Okay, to accept yourself. Spiritual. Okay, to know strengths and weaknesses. Hmm. What else? What do you think? What is self-awareness? Quality. Okay, to know yourself, to have strengths and weaknesses, positive and negative sides. Okay, yeah, I think you guys are close enough, but not to the point. So I'll probably tell you across. So what happens now in life when we are traveling through life, we tend to lose our individuality. We tend to lose our individuality, and we feel that our life will go according to the phase in which we are. For example, if you're a student, then you think that my life will go as other students life go. You get from year one, year two, year three, you give exams, and you just play it that way. If you're in office, then you most of the people think that my life will go in the same way, and it is like you don't even know that, but it is happening to you, that your life is going in the same way which other people's life is going, and you dissolve yourself in there. And that is the problem, because till you identify yourself as an individual, that you'll never get a rock solid confidence. Yeah, you might get some overall confidence or something, but you'll never get the core confidence. So the idea is differentiating yourself from the regular crowd around which you are, and you have started to feel like them. You are different, you are unique, everybody is unique. It's more about identifying. Okay, so there are a lot of exercises and a lot of things which you have to do to become self-aware. And when you become self-aware, there are a lot of problems that are solved. You know your life clearly, and you also understand how things are, what things are. We'll do a small activity right now to have you give you a quick glimpse about self-awareness. But overall, when we are talking about self-awareness, it's something of defining yourself as different from the regular crowd. Okay, so let's take a very small example and activity so that you can understand it better. So this activity is called name of the adjective. So I'm sure everybody has names, right? Everybody has names from the basics. You have names which you have had from maybe childhood, and you never had a say on deciding your name. Who decided your name? Put in the comments. Who decided your name? Parents, auntie, parents. Okay, just put it across. Family members, auntie, parents. Yeah. So one thing which you live with for your entire life is not decided by you, your name. So I'm not saying to tell your name, sorry, to change your name, but I think you should also have some say in your name. Yeah, you were children that time, you were a child that time, I understand. But now you are grown up, right? And now you can change it. I'm not saying to change your name, but I'm saying that there are a lot of people who have the same name, and this name which is given to you uh, is not essentially your choice. It's just their choice, and it has grown up, and now you are defined by this name, right? But let's put an adjective in front of you. which will be chosen by you, which will be differentiating you. Okay, so take a adjective which starts with the same letter as your name, and put it in the way your adjective and your name. So if your name, so for example, if you are Rahul, you can be rocking Rahul. If you are Pooja, then you can be powerful Pooja, and if you are Deepak, you can be dashing Deepak. So that ways, let's see what you want to choose as an adjective of yours. We have smart Shruti. Okay, that's awesome. We have astonishing Amal. Himanshu, you have to take something from H because your name starts with H now. We have Angelic Ankita. That's awesome. What else? Versatile Vedahi. That's awesome. What should I take? Okay, why say? So think about it. Let's, okay. Guys, can we help Himanshu and Yash? Can you suggest some adjectives? Let's start with Himanshu. Okay, you can be happy Himanshu. You can be youthful Yash. Okay, what else? What some adjectives for Yash and Himanshu? Y and H. Think. Yeah, Himanshu, you liked happy Himanshu? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so you are happy Himanshu and yappy. Handsome Himanshu is also there. Okay. And what do you think, Yash? You like youthful Yash? So you've got kind Kavyashri. That's okay. That's awesome. Yash, what do you think? Youthful, Yankee, maybe yogic also can happen. Youthful is fine. Okay. So you're youthful, yeah. Yash. Right. Now take a deep breath. Now you have your adjectives with you. Right. That's interesting because now this differentiates you from the regular all the other people who are having the same name as yours, and this is something that you have kept. So whenever you are introducing yourself somewhere, or whenever you are kind of wanting to do some, you want to, make yourself remember that you're different, you're unique. Try using the adjective everywhere where you introduce yourself, and see the difference in life will change a lot of things. Subconsciously it happens. So there are a lot of activities, but this is the first activity that we suggest on making yourself aware and making you self-aware. Yeah. So how are you feeling right now after taking an adjective which is chosen by you? Put in the comments so that I can know how are you feeling right now. Yes, Amal, you can change it as per the thing. But yeah, this is something which not the regular life do not tell us, and that is we are unique, we are different. It's about making yourself. We essentially dissolve ourselves into the things. That is something which we have to avoid. Yeah, awesome. So that's really amazing. So next thing, so this becomes a core of confidence. This creates the core of confidence, and there are a lot of activities which you do in self-awareness to know more about yourself. But the second thing which builds confidence is nervousness. What do you think? What is nervousness? Is it a positive thing? Is it a negative thing? How it is? Okay, we are on a game of having more adjectives. But let's move on to the thing. What do you think? What is nervousness? Nervousness is negative, nervousness is positive. What do you think? Yeah. So nervousness is something which is there, right? Which essentially is there. It is kind of having a negative aspect in our life, and that is something which is what I want to discuss about. Okay. So just a quick question: when you're having nervousness, if when we are talking about nervousness, um, have you thrown stones in water? Yeah. What do you think when you're throwing the stone? Um, was it nervous? Was the stone nervous? Hmm? And why? Why it was not nervous? It's going to be underwater for a long time. Why it was not nervous? Yeah, yes, because it's a non-living thing. It has no feelings. It's just dead. So what it means is, dead things are not nervous. So when you make a counter of it, it means all living things are nervous at some point of time on some things. So that's perfectly fine. It's normal to be nervous. There is no problem with you. Okay, everybody feels nervous. Something or the other thing makes them nervous, which takes me to the second point. Okay, and that is about it. So what do you do with nervousness? How to transform that nervousness into the energy which can help you make better. So for this I have a story for you, right? So this story is from the past. Have you learned cycling in the past? Do you, in the childhood, did you cycle? Yeah, you cycled, right? You learned how to cycle and everything. How are you feeling when you started to cycle? What was the first day feeling? Just go in the past, and what were you feeling? Were you feeling nervousness, fear, I may fall? Yeah, we were all fearful. We were all scared. What will happen and how things will work. So that is something which is there. Now, today, are you nervous about cycling? No. Right now, today, you are not nervous of the cycling. Okay. What happened? How did you remove this nervousness? What do you think? How were you able to remove this nervousness? Because you're nervous and now you're not, right? Yeah. So you did practice, but I think more importantly, you took up a journey, right? You took up a journey which took you to places where you fell, you cried, you got hurt, you
Good morning, everyone. This is Pranjali. Can you hear me? Okay, there is a little glitch in the internet. Abhishek will be soon joining us. Meanwhile, you can carry on. Hi, Abhishek. Can you hear me? Abhishek, can you hear me?
All right. So, hi guys, can you hear me? Thank you, Pranjali, for taking over. So there's some connection in the connection issue just happened, but I think we are back again. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Awesome. So, what I was talking is you took up a journey and that made it interesting. Which, you formed from a nervous person to you took up a journey and then you're not nervous. And interestingly, when you took up that journey, two things happened. One is you improved a skill. Now you know how to cycle. And second is you also got stories to tell to people to enjoy your friendship and everything like that. Yeah. So don't you think that is interesting? So every nervousness what you have is a journey which is there. You just have to take it and that will form your life. Happens. Everybody is nervous. Somebody is nervous with strangers. Somebody is nervous with going on stage. Somebody is nervous with maybe studies, career, XYZ things. We all are nervous. But the idea is about taking that journey which can make that things happen as well as make it very interesting. And nervousness always tells you what are the areas in which you can improve in your life. Just write in the comment what makes you nervous, and you'll know what is the next thing that you have to work on. What makes you nervous? Not only public speaking, other things also. Anything what makes you nervous. Okay, going to stage. What everybody else will think. Uncertainty. Audience. Stage fear. Uncertainty. Yeah, awesome. So if you're fearing uncertainty, then try to fall into uncertainty knowingly in a controlled way and see what happens. Uncertainty has changed my life a lot, and that way is I am not fearful from uncertainty now, and I love to embrace uncertainty. But how you do it, that's the question. Same goes with the stage. When I was in school, so first time when I spoke, my legs were shivering. I was like, whoa, what is this happening to me? But I was able to take up that journey, and there were multiple ways in which sometimes I lost myself, and there was different journeys, and now essentially I've found myself and things have been great. So the thing is, you identify the nervousness bits and you decide your journeys and then you get on them so that you become a better person, and that becomes a core of confidence building. So nervousness becomes a core of confidence building. So that is something which is there around the nervousness, right? So you have to decide your journeys and take it across. The third aspect of becoming is stage fear. Have you heard about stage fear? How about this word, stage fear? Stage fear, stage fear. Yes. Have you heard of this? Yes, of course. Okay. So what do we say? We always say, I want to remove stage fear. I don't want to think about stage fear. I don't want to have stage fear, right? And we all have experienced it. Okay. Now I'll give a small activity to you. Just close your eyes and you do not have to think about your mother. You do not have to think about your mother. Open your eyes. What did you saw? Okay, Shruti. Fear. Okay. Yeah, so some of you saw your mother, some of you heard voice from behind. Okay, some of you found nothing, but some of you were able to see your mother, right? But I said you do not have to, but your mind is focused on what you do not have to do, because not is something which is not registered in a mind. So when you say yourself, I do not have to fear stage, I do not have to um, have the stage fear, then you're telling your mind that you have to have stage fear in the same example that we had just now. So it's the change starts with changing the terminology from stage fear to stage comfort. Okay, so it's more about having stage comfort. How much stage comfort do you have, and how to increase that? That's the question. So I may ask you now. Okay, how much stage comfort do you have from 0 to 100 when you're going on stage? Think about it and put it down. Okay, you got 50, 40. How much stage comfort do you have when you're going on stage? 70, 30, 20, 65. Okay, very specific. 60. Right. Kaveshi says 0. I have to start from basics. Okay. Awesome. Great. So now what happens is, since you have changed the terminology of stage, it becomes very interesting, because now you don't have to become a pro speaker. You have to just increase 10%. So, or maybe just 10 overall points. So if you are at 60%, how to go to 70%? If you're 30%, how to go to 40%? Okay, if you're 40, how to go to 50%? If you're 0, maybe how to go to 10. Now I'll just define what do you mean by when you're going up, moving 10 points up. So how it works is very simple. You define activities. For example, you have zero confidence. So define activity key, I'll go to 10% when, what I'll do is that I need to go to stage 3 times, and just just be on the stage, just walk on the stage, maybe just be on the stage, the crowd is seeing, and you can just go. You don't have to speak anything, and you just climb the stage, see the people, and go. Do it 3 4 times. Yes, you have achieved 10%. Then next 10% would be, you can just say your name. Hi, my name is Yash, and I'm a student, I'm a professional, and this is something, and the show will be starting soon, something of that sort. And then you're done. Then 20% is done, and so on and so forth. You increase your percentage of comfort on stage. Same goes with other people. If you're able to speak, but let's start with something like, okay, I need to perfect my introduction first. So maybe the rest speech will go wrong or something, but let me create a first 1 minute impactful introduction, which I'll use every time. So that ways, your percentage increases by the activities which you define. Okay, these activities would be personalized, but also these activities are there which will make you improve your stage comfort. There are a lot of activities. We also suggest you a lot of activities on improving your stage comfort, and that ways it can go across. Yeah. So this is the third aspect of understanding stage comfort and then working on your stage comfort, so that the word stage fear is not there and stage comfort is improving thoda thoda karke. The fourth aspect comes is self confidence, which is like more about self worth. How do you see yourself, and what are the areas in which you think you have problems? What is your self image? What is your self worth? And a lot of things like that. If you work on all these four things, you are deemed to become a very great confident person in life, and also in public speaking, because this becomes the core. And last, you also have to know how to create great impact when you're meeting strangers. So this great impact comes from a core of confidence. If you have a great rock solid confidence, people love people who have confidence. So you don't have to put much effort. You'll essentially be liked by all the people and everything. So that way it could be interesting. So these are the four pillars of becoming confident. Okay, if you start working on them, then you can just take it across. We do also do a lot of things in our community based on these things, so you can know it better as well. Yeah. So how are you feeling right now, knowing about all the things about confidence? Yeah. थोड़ा सा मतलब, it's more about, first of all, it's about knowing, right? And then you started working on things and everything like that. But these are the things that are there that you need to work on. That ways you can become awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So I think first of all, Okay, your confidence level is already increased by 10%. Okay, that's awesome. Great. So, we talked about confidence. So this is the rock solid confidence. I pay a lot of attention on this because this becomes the core of anything public speaking or maybe in person life that is there. On the top, on the top of it, the things that will be built across is interesting content. So how do you build your content? What are the kind of things that you will make it interesting that ways? So in content building, the things that you need to know is how to build good content which has humor, which has interesting facts, and which has your life stories. How to bring in your life stories into the picture. So done through a lot of activities. How to remember your content, right? And because everybody forgets on stage, a lot of times you are shaking. And third aspect is how to deliver your content, how to deliver it in a way that people are able to understand it, and that makes it very interesting. Okay. And the fourth part is how to make impromptu content. If you are stuck, if you forget, or maybe if there's a very super new situation. So if you are having a rock solid confidence, then you build these things on the top of it, on creating good content, because that is a feedback loop. Good content, people appreciate, your confidence boost, and your confidence is there. You create good content, and same with good performance will be happening. So this is the second aspect of building interesting content, because if you have boring content, people will sleep. How many of you have attended college lectures which has super boring content? Super boring content. Those lectures are made to sleep. Yeah, I don't know. They have an inherent quality of making us sleep. Have you attended those sessions or those those classes in your college which made you sleep? Yeah, they're always there, and they know all the techniques on how to make you sleep. Idea is how if they should also learn this content building because it makes it very interesting. Okay. And the third aspect of becoming a great speaker. So we had an activity, but right now I don't think the time will allow us for this. So we'll skip this activity. It's something around content mapping. So we'll take you to the third part, which is the performance building activity. Okay. So in the third part, when you're talking about performance building, then you need to work on the part of making it. Okay, my screen is not available. Okay, what do you think, what comes in performance building? How is a great performance built? Okay, there's some glitch. Okay. Okay, there's some glitch. Now it is clear. Okay, how to make interesting like powerful performance content related to the audience? Yes, I think Shruti, that's a good answer. But I think that is covered in the content building. When you're building content, it should be related to the thing. But when we are talking about performance building, the main things which come is body language. How to talk with your body, how to you know have a impressive body language that people are able to get it, as well as they're also able to you know connect with you by your body language. Second aspect is voice modulation, which is more about having pauses, having some smooth slow tone, as well as high tone when you are trying to put some emphasis, and take pauses to bring attention to your speech, as well as use different tones to put expressions. So that ways voice modulations makes it very interesting. And if you know that then your performance is going to be great. So then is the voice modulation, and last is audience engagement. How to engage with your audience, how to connect with them, how to overall understand them, as well as ask them questions and make them do some activities and things like that. And that makes it very interesting. Yeah. So once the confidence is built, then you work on your content, you build your content up, make it very interesting, full of jokes, full of inspiration, full of enlightenment. And then you work on building your performance, which is charismatic, which you work on your body language, your voice modulation, and your audience, how to engage with the audience. And if you have these three things in performance, I think that will be a powerful performance, an engaging one. Okay. So just as a reminder, like when I'm talking about, and you also need to know how to make your audience laugh. That's a great thing. Yeah. So my question lies again with you, and that is, what do you think? What are the things a great speaker must have? What are three things that we discussed a great speaker must have? Confidence, good content, self-awareness, and performance. Yes, that's awesome. I think that's really great, because this is something which I wanted to put across in this session. This is the basics of public speaking, where we discussed about what are the basic pillars of public speaking and how you can work on them. What are the different things? Okay, I'll quickly tell you about a lot of other things in our community, how it works and everything. But overall, when I want to ask, how did you like the session? How was the session across? I'll also keep some section for Q&A. I'll answer the question and answers you have asked me. But I would love to know, how did you like the session? This was a 1 hour session on basic introduction of public speaking. So was it okay? Was it interesting? Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Thank you guys for sharing your feedbacks here. So I'll quickly tell you about our community. Overall, how it works is very simple. So we do a lot of things on improving public speaking of our members. We do a lot of community programs, special workshops, challenges, and interesting competitions. So this is something which is done on a weekly basis. Some things on a weekly basis, some things are on a daily basis, and you happen to do a lot of things where you rise in levels. Right now, lockdown is happening, so we all the things are online. So you make videos, you perform, you do some speech topics and everything online. Once the lockdown is over, probably we'll be starting offline as well in your city. So that ways it will be moving ahead. So that is something that which is there, and just to show you the kind of stuff, if you can see on your screen, this is the kind of roster we have, where these sessions, so we have a lot of sessions. What we discussed now, we have sessions for everything, planned, done through me and the member community, as well as the other people. So get all these sessions across. So this happen across the week, where you'll be having sessions on content, how to improve your content, and how to improve your if you can see this line, probably that will help you see. Okay, this will help you see. So there are different topics which happen. So we cover a lot of things across in our sessions, voice modulation se lekar, a lot of things like that. And these are the things which will be happening. And apart from this, we do also do challenges. So you do self knowing yourself challenge and a lot of things like that. So this is a journey which is there. There's a very close-ended community that we are building, and we are improving people's life turn by turn, and that ways it is improving ourselves as well as everybody else in the community. So that's pretty much, that is something that we are doing. And we have a speakers membership, so it's very simple. So there are two things. One is a membership for professionals and one is a membership for students. How it goes is very simple. We have kept charges as a very nominal charges. Idea is to set up you on a journey where you can know yourself better and become yourself a great public speaker. And this way you also participate in a lot of things and activities that we have. I'll take up questions after this across. You can post your questions, and in the meanwhile, if you are interested, what you can do is that you can take up this membership. I'm just putting this on the chat. If you have any questions regarding the membership, as well as if you have some questions, you can just put in the Q&A section. And this is a community that we are building ground up right now. We have something around like we are spread across in 18 cities, and we have a lot of interesting things happening right now. And we have moved from like an offline community to an online community, and this is something which is we are building up from ground up, right? So this is something I would love to know your questions if you have any questions. And if you are interested to take up the membership, it's very simple. For the professional, it goes at 200 rupees a month, where you'll be able to attend. So we have sessions every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then we have activities as well as we have competitions happening every 10 days, and we have a lot of challenges which goes on Instagram as well. So yeah, who is interested to take up the membership? Please, if you're interested, just type interested in the comments. Awesome, that's great, Ankita. So Pranjali, you're there. You can just mention your phone number here. So what you can do, Ankita, is you can just do a payment and send the screenshot to Pranjali. She'll take care of the onboarding process of yours as a speaker, and that's just really great. Welcome to the community, Ankita. Who else? If you're interested, you can just type interested. Okay, that's awesome, Amal. Thank you for showing interest. And you can also do the payment and send the screenshot to Pranjali. She'll onboard you in the community. And apart from this, all the other people who are there in this workshop, I think first of all, really glad to have you guys in this workshop. I think you have taken out time to improve yourself, and that's really great. What we do at community is very simple. We do a lot of things to improve yourself in public speaking, and there are different speaker levels that you go across, and there are a lot of teamwork and a lot of things like that happening. Okay, so I'll try to answer the questions. There are 3 questions which are asked, so I'll just answer those. And in the meantime, if you are interested, you can just type interested and take up the membership from the links which I've mentioned above. All right, so the question is from Ashish saying, how do I speak properly without grammatical errors? Is Ashish here? Okay, Ashish is not here, so I'll answer only the people who are here. So I think Shruti is here. Is writing essential before speaking? Yes, it is. If you have time, you can surely write it, because that way is, the things are structured, the content is structured, as well as more insightful content is there. But if you don't have time, so then it is not necessary. You can create impromptu content if you know some structures of speech. So for example, if you know 2-point model and if you know how to apply that, I think you can create a 5-minute to 10-minute speech very easily, which has interesting and important content. So that is there. So that's really awesome. If you're interested, you can just type interested in the section, and you can proceed across taking up the membership. If you have any questions, you can just type in the Q&A section. We'll have the session more across. So that ends the session. Thank you very much for joining us in this session. We are on a mission of making great speakers, and we are pretty sure we'll be making them all across the country and globe. If you have any questions, so probably if you're not interested, you can stay here, and if you have any questions, you can just answer. We'll end this session across in another 3 minutes. And if you're not interested, or this is not something which of value to you right now, then that's perfectly fine. We appreciate you guys coming across here. So you can let us know for this. Himanshu, Kavyashri, Shruti, Vedahi. We have got another question. What is the difference between professional membership and student membership? So Ankita, we all know that when we were students, we didn't had money and everything. So what we want to do is that we want to make this community a pocket friendly community, which is helping people improve their public speaking, but also not putting pressure on their pockets. So that ways the membership is same, but in professional membership are for people who are professionals who are working, and student membership is for people who are students. So that's the main difference, and nothing else is different. Awesome, that's great. And as of now, we have a lot of people from the student community as well and from the professional community. So that ways it can happen across. Can membership be cancelled anytime? Uh, Anytime, what do you mean by anytime? Like, if you have taken a membership, then you can um, enjoy the services across like all the competition membership, and we're pretty sure you'll not be able to do it because the kind of value we provide is a lot. And yeah, you can, if you are if you find it not interesting, or maybe you let us know what is something which is missing and we try to do it for you. And so you can cancel the membership anytime as well, but we haven't had even one case where people have cancelled their membership. So that is something very proud of. Yeah, yeah, you can cancel after a month if you wish. That's not a problem. Awesome. So if you're interested, just type interested uh, in the comment box, and that would be awesome. We'll be ending this session across in under 1 minute, and that way is we're going to take it across. The rest is very fun. It's super fun in our community, and things have been very interesting. We have had a lot of interesting speakers across. Awesome, that's great, Shruti. So you can proceed with the payments from that membership thing, which is above here. And you can send a message to Pranjali on the phone number. You can just send a screenshot and she'll onboard you across. Yeah, awesome. So I think it's time to end this session. So that's really great. Thank you guys for joining in. And if you still wish to join or you want to think about it, so what I'll suggest is you can just save this link. I'm just messaging it across again. You can save this link, and you can just do it whenever you wish. The better the earlier you start your journey, the better it is. That's pretty much. And you can send it to Pranjali and she'll onboard you as a speaker. So we have a lot of interesting things happening across in our community. So I'm looking forward to see you in the community, and thanks for joining in this workshop. We try to keep doing a lot of interesting workshops like these all across the year. Thank you everybody for joining in, and have a great day. शुरू तुमसे खत्म तुम पे सफर